Thor has been beaten down by his own hammer. He has gotten his ass kicked by the god of hammers, and now she's about to make the final blow. However, despite everything that has happened, there is still a way to save Thor, but at what cost? Thor issue number 21 continues to follow a simple trend that many Donny Cates books of late have been sharing, that being the issue's action piece consuming about 80% or so of the issue's entirety, where in reality, said action could have been shortened. In this case, it's the fight between Thor and the God of Hammers. Sure, it looks beautiful, but in truth, we don't need 12 plus pages of Thor fighting some elemental badass. However, with all that said, narration and plot depicted during the fighting is fortunately expanded upon within this issue, for there are multiple things which occur, that being Odin seemingly sacrificing himself to protect Thor, the God of Hammers harnessing the essence of Mangog, whom last we saw was thrown into the sun back when Jane Foster was Thor. And speaking of the sun, Cates introduces the concept that the Marvel Universe's sun is a dumpster for many of its villains, most recently Null, as shown during the King in Black event. Donny Cates seems to suggest that with the amount of villains and beings, things that are just shitty and terrible by nature, their demise via the sun is actually causing the sun, our big yellow light bulb in the sky, to actually die out. And not only that, but with the amount of times bad guys have been hurled into the sun, it's actually causing the build of a new villain. Spooky. When it comes to the book's art, Nick Klein continues to kick ass as the prominent artist for this run on Thor. His muddy and gritty look works wonders for this issue. And much how I said in my previous review, Klein's art truly brings fantasy vibes to this. And for that, I absolutely love it. Overall, Thor issue number 21 is another successful issue, adding stakes and building its story to new levels, whilst adding further challenges for Thor to take on as the series progresses. Again, my only issue though is the book's length, and how it's mostly compiled of action and recap. Thor issue number 21 gets an 8 out of 10. Our story begins with some narration with regards to the Earth's sun, specifically to what is brewing beneath all that star-exploding fiery energy. And no, we are not talking about Guy Fieri. Sorry guys, I felt compelled. Now check it, because throughout the history of the Marvel Universe, superheroes have used the sun as a quick and easy dumpster for their villains. But just like every single dumpster, the trash can at times overflow. Therefore, much like every unchecked evil, an ancient force of untold destruction is spreading and brewing, and that this new evil is infecting the sun, and its power is growing stronger every day, whilst getting enhanced by the thrown away villainous trash. But before we learn anything more about this new villain, fuck you reader, because that's not what today's story is about. Rather, today's story revolves around the god of thunder, the king of Asgard, Thor, getting his ass handed to him by the god of hammers, by the elemental power encased within his hammer, the Storm Mother, the elemental force in which Odin managed to trap within Mjolnir. But now the Storm Mother has managed to break herself free, and now she is utilizing Thor's mighty hammer to give our hero a slapping filled with rage and force. But not only is she slamming Thor back and forth like some ragged doll, but the god of hammers is the one responsible for the path littered in death and destruction across the 10 realms. She has slaughtered the dwarves, and now she has annihilated the town of Braxton, a place which Thor holds dear to his heart. And so not only is Thor upset because, he's getting beat, but he's angry because essentially a part of Thor is now gone. But Thor isn't going to go out without a fight. Thus, he harnesses a lightning sword, a legitimate sword made from lightning, which is pretty dope. But fuck you, Thor, because she's the god of hammers. Thus, she's going to slap him in the mouth. And she even manages to mess up Thor's arm, that he typically uses to wield his hammer, the hammer arm. And with his arm sliced up, the god of hammers goes for the kill. But due to divine fate, Odin, winner of the Badass Dad Award, blocks her attack from striking Thor. But wait, there's more. Because with blocking her attack, Sif back in Asgard uses the Bifrost to send the god of hammers to the farthest reach of the universe. However, the God of Hammers pulls a fast one on us folks, because she is able to teleport herself back to Broxton with great ease, and with that, the hammer comes first, crashing its mallet, its might, its Oru metal towards the back of Odin, seemingly wounding him to the max, thus comforting his father for essentially sacrificing himself to protect his son. Thor, who is just at this point filled with complete rage, asks the Storm Mother a simple question. Why? Why are you doing this? To which she explains, saying that you, Thor, took me for granted. Though my enchantment meant one had to be worthy, that didn't mean that one needed to be true of heart. Because let's look at the bigger picture, Thor. Like, are you noble? Are you true of heart? Well, let me tell you something. You ain't the best guy in the world, dude. You're kind of a shithead. You see, Thor, to be worthy of me means that you can smash and destroy things. And this isn't the first time that I've grown tired of your bullshit. Which, of course, I am talking about being wielded for a time by Jane Foster. Yet in the end, Jane threw me into the sun, and you guys left me broken. You let me burn. But I wasn't alone. There was someone else more powerful than ever, and together as one, we burned. Then we were remade, and its spirit became entangled with mine, and thus I awoke, with the rage of a billion beings, with the rage of Mangog. And that, folks, was the end of Thor, issue number 21. And thank you guys for checking out my video, as it truly means the world to me. And as always, I'm your majestic sailor of words, SuperCliff. And if you guys are new to my channel, then do me a solid by smashing that like and subscribe button. And also hit that notification bell so that you'll never miss out on an upload, and so that you'll always be kept up to date with your favorite top tier comics happening in the comic book world. Now tell me, what are your thoughts and opinions on this issue? Are you guys excited for issue number 22? Let me know down in the comment section below. And until the next video, peace.